good morning, and how do you do? I'm out in the backyard, so I got a little weird light coming through the trees. Um, I'm going to try to adjust it slightly, or adjust myself slightly. Let's see. Okay, that's not great, but let's see. Oh, that's a little better right there. Uh, let's see. I thought it was okay until I looked up again at the monitor here. Um, that's what happens out here with natural light. I like natural light, but sometimes you can't control it. Okay, this is a little bit better. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I'll lean over like this. There you go. So you can adjust the featured character to accommodate for the natural light. So let me give you a quick tip. I want to do a short tip today about acting. Acting for beginners. One of another important thing that new actors need to know, you need to always know what your character wants in the scene. You have to look at the dialogue, look at what the other character is saying, and come up with what the character wants from this scene. Every scene, even if it's not purposely written there by the writer, every character wants something. It doesn't have to be life or death situations, but all characters want something in the scene. And you as the actor need to figure that out. Now, when I say that, what the character wants in the scene, it's not something that's going to probably come up in the dialogue, obviously, all the time. It's not going to be something that is going to like hit you over the head like a brick. It's going to be subtle. Most of the time, it's going to be subtle. Sometimes the character will come right out and say it in the dialogue. But most of the time, you as an actor have to read the scene, read what the scene is about, read what the other characters are saying to your character and to other characters, and come up with it. It may not be exactly what the director had in mind or the writer had in mind, but you as an actor need to know what your character wants from that scene. Even if it's something subtle, even if it's just like he wants someone to pay attention to him, or she wants someone to pay for her drink, or he wants someone to help him find his lost car, or it could be something just as simple as he wants a young lady to smile at him. You know, it could be something very simple. And sometimes as an actor, it's not obvious. So that's where your creativity comes in. You have to create something, make up something that gives your character motivation, especially when you're auditioning and you're seeing, you're may have one line or two lines. You need to think and create something for this character to want, even if it's not on the page. You have to create it with your actor's imagination. So all characters should want something. Now, I actually forget that sometimes. I'm glad I'm talking to you about it. I had an audition last week, two auditions actually. And both times I didn't do what I'm telling you right now. I didn't really look into what the character wanted. Both scenes were pretty clear. Now that I'm thinking about it now, their motivations were pretty clear. One was a patient that was seeing his doctor because of his heart problem. So he wanted to get some good information from the doctor that he was going to be okay. That's what he wanted. And that would have given me a little bit more of an edge now that I think of it. Um, what your character wants is really important. And it's overlooked a lot. I overlook it a lot. And I want to give this tip to you because it's something that will really help you bring your character to life. Even if it's a one-line audition and you have to say something like, yes, ma'am, the doorway's this way. You know, that character may want to make this person he's talking to think he's informative and helpful and friendly. So it could be something just that simple. A character's want does not have to be earth-shaking. It could be something that he just wants for that moment. He wants to impress someone. Um, someone in a college class maybe ask a question, and you're the actor, and you need to ask that question. You may want the professor to think you are an impressive student, so you ask him an intelligent question. So what the character wants can be subtle. It can be small. It doesn't have to be big. Sometimes it is big. Sometimes the character is fighting for their life. Sometimes the character is, you know, trying to save someone else, and they want to save this person. That's what they want from this scene. But it's always not going to be that. Most of the time, it's going to be something subtle, something small that the character wants from this scene. And if it's not written on the page, and if the other characters in the scene don't give you a clue to it, you as an actor need to create it. And you can create it from your own imagination. You can read about the character, what the character's saying. What is the character's job? What is the character doing in this scene? If he's a police officer and he has a simple line, park your car over there. He wants to be authoritative. He wants the person to listen to him. That's what he wants in the scene. He wants the person to listen to his directions. So that's something I just made up, but that's what an actor has to do. That's why you're brought in as an actor, to bring life to this character. They don't want someone just to say the line and parrot the information. They want something, and you don't want to go overboard. Now see, what I'm saying too is there's this fine line. You want it to be real, but you don't want to make it too big. You want it to be real, grounded. That's what they say. We want these lines to be real, grounded. And when they say that, they mean they don't want you to add too much into the line that makes it stand out and not fit the scene. So there's that balance that you need to learn how to walk as an actor. Giving your character a motivation for the scene, even if it's just a one-line character, even if it's a two-line character. Each scene, they need to have some motivation. And it can be subtle. It can be very subtle. Every motivation that you give a character does not have to be life and death. It does not have to be, saving the world or fighting off the aliens. So that's the tip. Always know what your character's motivation is in the scene. That way you can deliver a believable, and as they say, grounded performance. When they say grounded, they mean realistic, natural, relaxed, like you talk to people in everyday life. Most of the characters, the small characters for new actors in film, television, commercials, are going to be realistic characters. Just a natural, everyday delivery. That's what most of the beginning actors' roles will be. So keep that in mind. You need to know your character's motivation for each scene. And then obviously for bigger scenes, bigger roles, you will know their motivation that leads from beginning, middle to end. What are they working towards? What do they want to achieve in this film or this television show? So the motivation of an actor, of a character, is very important. And if it's not on the page, you as the actor have to discover it from the dialogue that your character says, from the dialogue that other characters say about your character. And if you can't find those hints there, you're going to have to use your actor's creativity to make up a motivation that fits your character. But you have to have some kind of motivation for each line. And again, like I said, the other day I had 2 auditions, and now that's what made me think about this morning. I realized that, the 2 auditions I had were so simple, and they fit my character, my age, my type. I didn't even think to do what I know I should do, give my character some kind of motivation for delivering his lines. And like a lot of times, you forget. But as you're starting out and you're new, that's going to help you. That's going to help you be more relaxed, realistic. And I apologize for this. My next door neighbor is doing some work on his yard. He's having someone put up a fence. That's what that constant banging is. I apologize for that. Okay. So, but today, what I just started today, and I'm probably going to do this really slow. I have a project from another client where I'm editing together some short little films of students doing monologues in class. So I'm going to just take my time and edit that together. I don't think I have a deadline for that, but I just started it today. I transferred all the footage over, opened up a Premiere Pro project, imported the footage into Premiere, started looking through it, and all the scenes are labeled very clearly, 1, 2, 3, just by numbers. And so I'm just going to start putting that together little by little. I'm thinking today whether I really want to work a lot on it. I'm almost through the first scene, so I might complete the first scene and then move on to something else and maybe work on this later this weekend. And Sunday, just to remind you, Sunday at noon here on my channel, I have my Sunday Live at noon Pacific time here in California time. So wherever you are, if you want to stop by and ask me some questions about acting, directing, or editing, I'm here for you. I'm here for you every Sunday at noon. And I love answering questions. And you can also see my email in the description below. And you can shoot me an email if you have some questions. about acting, directing, or editing. That's my specialty, and I'd love to answer those. I love getting emails and taking my time and answering them as thorough as possible. And I want to thank everyone for the comments. I'm starting to get a lot of comments left on my videos, and I like that. I like that. And I try to answer every comment. I do. I don't try. I do. I answer every comment. So if you have any comments, please leave me a comment. I appreciate that too. And in closing, subscribe. I appreciate that. And also go to my channel and watch some of my playlists. I'm really working on my watch hours. So I'm trying to build up my watch hours, and only you can help me build up my watch hours. Only you can help me build up my watch hours. So thanks for that. And I will see you guys probably tomorrow afternoon or in the morning. Give you a little update. Always give a tip right at the top. I don't make you wait for the tip. I like to give out tips. Again, today's tip was always know what your character's motivation is. Very important. Very important. You can look up character motivations in Google. Gives you more background, more detail. But it's just basically knowing what your character wants in that scene. In that scene. So motivation is important. And it's not something that you're going to be showing, but it's for you internally as an actor. You need to know why you're saying what you're saying. And if it's not written there, you as an actor need to be creative and make it up based on the character. Why is he saying this? Why would he say that? Think about it. Ask yourself those questions. And motivation will make your character more believable and more real and more three-dimensional. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.